So,
Right, welcome, Artom.
right, pleasure to be here, man. How's it
Pleasure to
going?
have you.
Yeah, thank you, thank you.
So, introduce yourself to the audience, your journey from when you started making money and then up until now, what you've been doing.
Right, no worries. So, obviously, my name is Artom. I run a short form content creation agency. We do client acquisition, we edit the videos for people, and we also do social media management for them. So, that's pretty much the basic outline. And I started this around 4 months ago, and already was able to land about three clients, three, four clients over the past of the career, and most of them actually came from the personal brand which I've made. So I've been able to get it's been a decent growth. I've been able to get 1.6K followers on Instagram and 400K views, and this was all about a month ago. So yeah, this really just boosted my clients. And yeah, so I started making money around the first month.
That's good. That's really impressive actually, because I know a lot of people who get into different spaces. It takes them some of them take even years to make a single penny, you know?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, obviously it depends on how hard you work, how smart you are with your business.
So you mostly do short form
Yeah,
content,
short form
right?
content. Yeah.
So how does that like work? How do you get the clients? How do you pitch them?
Right. So how do we get the clients? Mostly right now, what we're doing is I was doing outreach. So basically every single time someone followed me, I'll just send them a DM. And because obviously I was making videos in the niche and they were blowing up, I was getting a lot of followers. So I just DM'd everyone and it's pretty much just hit or miss. You know, some people are like, no, I'm not interested. Some people are like 100% interested. And yeah, that's pretty much how you get the clients. And yeah, I mean, what else did you ask
I
except
see.
for that?
How much do you charge per video?
Per video, like obviously we're doing monthly packages right now, so it's not really per video. So before, because I just partnered up with Saad recently. Now I'm working like over his name. So before on my agency, what I did is I would make 120 videos every single month for all my clients, and that would be one video each for TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. So that would be going out, one video for every single platform, so that let's say some guy sees a video on Instagram, they might be interested and they might check it out on TikTok and YouTube Shorts. So it's really just like maximizing their growth. And then client acquisition is what Sad is offering. So that's like Discord and all of that. So like making a Discord server, Facebook groups, everything like that. And approximately right now, how much that's coming up to is like 1.5K. We are trying to like, start offering more high ticket offers and appealing to more like, higher audiences and clients. So for example, today, we got some DM from some casino guy. He owns a casino and he's like, oh, can you guys help me? I'm struggling. And we're like, we talked about like personal monetization, personal branding, and organic traffic. So yeah, that's actually a pretty good niche to get into. Like if you guys are doing short form content, like casinos, like I just thought of that today. So yes, it's like we're trying to go for more like high ticket, which casinos is obviously an example of.
So since obviously you've gone a different path from like the normal school system, right?
I mean, currently I am in school, obviously.
Currently you are in school, but
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
you're not
yeah.
doing anything that they're teaching you, right?
I mean, right now, yeah, I've got my GCSEs in literally like 2 weeks. So I mean, right now, I mean, I'm revising, like I'm doing some work, like 2 to 3 hours, but like, obviously if my mom didn't beat the shit out of me if I didn't fucking pass the exams, you know, it wouldn't be that big of a motivation. But yeah, like that's pretty much my motivator for passing the exams. And also like if agency, all of that businesses fail, you could just like, fall back onto schooling systems. But personally, definitely not trying to go like down the road of work a job, work for someone, 100%. It's not really what I know some people are into that. Me personally, and no, I don't want to do that.
All right, so could you elaborate why?
So like obviously, um, I don't know, it's just kind of personal preference, and that's how I was brought up personally. So I would say my mom is a pretty smart person. So like, she's always been bringing me up. Like my dad, my mom, they've always been bringing me up like, oh, working for someone is stupid, all of that. And yeah, that's just kind of how I was brought up, and that's how I think now. So yeah.
Do your friends or like the people around you know what you're doing?
I mean, yeah, my friends know I have like an agency and making some money. That's a really good question. You should ask Saad about that, like when he joins. I don't know what's going on with him, but so it's an amazing question to ask him, right? Because he's making like obviously 3.5K profit right now every month. And yeah, I actually haven't asked this myself personally, so I want to ask him like about like schooling and everything like that. So it's a very good question.
Yeah, I'll ask him if he joins ever.
Hopefully. But yeah, my friends know I'm running an agency, and they're always like, "Oh my God, you're making so much money." Yes, I mean, I don't really like talking about all of that shit, so
Yeah, I agree.
that's
So
messy
like,
me though.
what do you do in your spare time?
I mean, spare time isn't like, what do you mean by that?
So let's say in a day in the life of Autumn, what does it look like?
Um, I mean, to be honest with you, there's not like a lot of rest. So for example, today, let's say I woke up because obviously I'm pretty skinny, so I went gym. Just like I was like, well, I woke up 7, got some appointment setters, was talking to some appointment setters. Then I went gym. So this took me up until like 11, 12. Came back home, studied for like 3 hours. And then obviously yeah, I worked on the agency, and now I'm here. So then after this, probably gonna work a little bit more, read something and go bed. So yeah, so there's not really a lot of like spare time. Like if there is spare time, I'm just working on my hobbies. Like I personally don't believe in that. Like, oh, you have to be relaxing. Like sure, you can relax for like 20 minutes or something like that, but no longer than that. Because if you're wasting like an hour scrolling on like TikTok and everything like that, you're a pussy. You need to be working.
Yeah,
Can't
I
be
mean,
doing
I
that.
think a superpower is if you turn your hobby into the thing you're doing. So if your hobby is the agency, then
Yeah.
every hour of that day you spend working on, you're doing your hobby, you know? It's not any different to like playing games for 8 hours. It's the same. It's the same amount of enjoyment, you know?
Yeah. I know what you mean. Um, I mean, yeah, it depends on that. I actually want to touch up on games. Like, to be honest with you, if you're my age now, you're like 15, 16, and you're still playing games, I'm gonna be honest, that's unacceptable, bro. You can't be playing games and like, yeah, like, okay, fine, fair enough, like in moderation. Like, I'm talking after you've done everything, right? After you've done literally everything on your checklist, you can play like maybe an hour, like of a game. Okay, that's fine. But if you're playing like any more than an hour, right, that's gonna start like messing with your brain. That's gonna start, fucking up your brain. So, because obviously you're spending 3 hours here entertaining yourself, playing some game, right? And then you're just not going to be entertained by anything else because your brain's like, okay, I could do something so much more fun in this moment, right? So yeah, I just think that's something that a lot of like people even my age need to be eliminating. So
I mean,
yeah,
any questions to ask?
Me?
all right. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
got it.
Let me have a think. How did you actually get into this kind of stuff? Like the whole business?
Right, so it's an interesting story. So I mean, to be honest with you, it's like anyone my age. Like I remember, I was scrolling for YouTube and I saw Hamza video. I saw Hamza video and I was like, okay, this is interesting. This is interesting. And then I watched like a bunch of his content, just really got me into this mindset. And then after some time, after like 2 months of watching, all of that, I was just like, you know what, this is wasting time because obviously I go into that mindset. I was like, it's wasting time. No more watching content. Let me just start focusing on stuff. And then I think like actual like the short form agency, um, I started doing it. Like a lot of people do this. Like I started doing it before I even knew there was like an agency for that thing. So I started basically what I was doing is I was cold emailing people. Like I was cold emailing like business YouTubers and just asking them about my service. And then what I would do is I'll just outsource the edits. To be honest with you, cold emailing never worked for me. Like I think it's the niche that I was targeting. I was very stupid. What I did is I targeted my SMMA, my agency, for people that are making videos about SMMA and agencies. So yeah, that didn't obviously work out. And then you know, I was also editing some videos at the time for people. So you know, I was editing for people that obviously had an agency, and you know, that's how I just really like caught on. You guys obviously know about like Luke Jackson and them guys. You know, I watched a couple of their videos. I was like, okay, this is interesting. This is something like I do. This is something like I'm good at. Let me try it, and yeah, it's working out pretty good now.
Not bad.
So I think most people, going back to what I said about Hamza,
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure. Oh,
let's go. Well, that's sad. But yeah, what were you saying? Like Hamza and that.
I was saying that like from what I know from like people that I've spoken to,
Yeah,
most people that get into this space either they see something on like TikTok and then it just starts from there. Like they see some
yeah,
Andrew Tate clip or some Hamza clip, like you said, and then they're like, okay, this is interesting. They go down the rabbit hole and they're like, I want to do this. I'm gonna get into this.
exactly. Yeah, Andrew Tate was also another guy. Like I can't lie. At the start I didn't really like him, but then I just like started realizing, like, to be honest with you, I don't really disagree with a lot of things he says. Like there's not a lot of things that like I disagree. So I guess I'm an Andrew Tate fanboy. I guess you could say that. You know, I obviously don't watch his content or anything like that, but he's a very smart person, obviously. You can't deny that. Like even if he's like, you know, whatever, he's a misogynist, whatever, he's still a smart person either way. You know, he's been able to do all of this. He's been able to, like, his pyramid scheme is pretty smart. You know, okay, maybe not pyramid scheme, but that's how I just phrase it. How he has a course, right? And he teaches people how to do affiliate marketing to promote that course. That's big brain right there. That's big brain.
Multi-level marketing. I think my main problem with Tate is once you understand kind of like marketing and what happens, it's really hard to like watch his content when you know everything is a pitch fest. You're just like, shut up about your course, you know, because he keeps saying it, and then when you're watching it normally, you don't really understand. It kind of flies past your head.
Yeah, 100%, man.
Anyway, Saad, you've been in timeout
Yeah,
for a while.
my bad. Yeah, no, it's set up. Like, still, it's not, my lighting is still not good. Like, light is set up right here, so
Fuck your light.
yeah, yeah, exactly. That's what I did right here.
Anyway, Saad, introduce yourself and kind of how you got onto this journey of making money. Like, how did it all start? Where are you now? What you're doing? Stuff like that.
Yeah, so as you know, my name is Saad, and I own the short form content agency. Like, we just offer them personal branding plus client acquisition. And actually, Artem is my partner in this business. And yeah, like, we offer guys like short form content, if you know about it, just like what we're discussing about, like Andrew Day clips, like the captions on it and all the stuff. We do that stuff also. And yeah, like about my journey, I was just finding ways to make money and live a life that all these gurus are preaching about. And the first money I made was through graphic designing, and then I got into the video editing space, like freelance video editing. And then yeah, I did freelancing for like 2 or 3 months, and then I figure out that there is a thing called social media marketing agency. So I tried it, and I created content around it, and I landed my first client in like first month of my starting of my content creation agency.
Yeah, and I said this to Artem as well. That's really impressive because so many people struggle to land clients. Like it's something that's really hard for them.
Yeah, exactly. Like most people just focus about outreaching and doing that all outbound stuff, when the only thing you need is a strong personal brand. And like once you have a strong personal brand, you have the all the credibility and all the stuff. And like as I'm saying, like my first client landed from my content. He came from my content, and he messaged me, like he was saying, I don't know, he said like, love your editing and would love to implement this in my YouTube channel too. Like he owns a social media marketing agency, like my first client. He was creating content around SMMA. I just, started working with him. That's it.
Can I just say something, Andy?
Yeah.
I think that's what a lot of people struggle with. I know I struggled with that at first because I did SMA for 6 or 7 months, and I did become an appointment setter after. However, the thing I really struggled with was I had this soldier mindset, and I just thought if I do enough outreach, then I'll land a client, but it didn't work, and I should have thought a lot more strategically. So building a brand and actually making content, and actually enjoying making content instead of just focusing on the dirty work, and then the rest would have come because I would have been enjoying it. I would have been building a brand, and then I could actually leverage that brand to actually make sign clients. Sorry, so I
Yeah,
think that's what a lot of people struggle with.
that's an interesting approach actually, because people don't think about that to start a personal brand and to start editing the clips, because they don't really see the long horizon of it. I don't know how to say it, because it's easier to say, okay, I'm gonna send these messages and get a client, than saying, oh, I'm gonna build a personal brand to, and then I'll get all this content to which then I'll get this many for, like, it's a much more long-term plan than just boom,
Exactly.
send 40 messages, get a client. That's a really interesting approach.
Yeah, exactly.
So how many followers do you have on your personal brand, the both of you?
Okay,
Like,
so I already said this. I got right now 1.6K, and then Saad got like 100, right?
100K?
yeah, like
No,
150.
like as
Yeah.
in like 100.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right, so you
Like
don't
even
even
I have 100 followers and I like my first time to my content. Like
so you don't even
that's what the
need
value of short
a
form
lot of
content
followers.
is. Yeah, exactly.
Huh? Right, like
Just
do you
you
okay,
just
Saad,
need
do you
to be
need a
showing
lot
your
of
face.
followers? Do you need a lot of followers to sign clients?
Yeah, that's my
So like
question.
yeah, like let's say one video got 1K views and let's say six people view the video, like six interested prospect, or maybe we can say six qualified leads view that video. Like now maybe one will message you and then that's it, you will close it. Like even when you are doing the outbound, like
I was bugging. Uh-oh. I if you're listening to this on Spotify or like SoundCloud or
what they
anything like
do
that.
is that
Sorry,
they
sorry
all
guys.
have, yeah, can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're good now. You're good now.
Yeah, so I was saying that the first thing that every prospect does, like when they open your profile first and then they look at your content. Like when you don't have any type of content, you don't have any Instagram reels or stuff like that. The one thing that I see most people do, like what they struggle with most, is that they are not comfortable creating content and all this stuff, and they start posting Instagram carousels and all these graphics things. And what you need to do is you need to create content, and that's it. Once they view your profile, they see your face, they see you are doing it. Like when you're pitching someone short form content or any type of stuff, you should be doing it too. And yeah, that's the moral of
100%,
the
yeah.
story. You need to create content and you will get involved with.
Yeah, let me just talk about the importance like of going actually viral. Like let's say, yeah, you're like we're because obviously we're doing short form agency, right? We're offering social media management, we're offering the guarantee that we're gonna get them views. If your channel, like the same way, yeah, if your channel isn't getting like a lot of views, right, then how does your client expect you to get a lot of views? You get me? So like, let's say like your videos are getting like what 200, 300, 400 views every single video, and you just got a bunch of videos getting 300, 400 views, right? Obviously, you can have testimonials, like you can have like proof of your other people that you blew up, but it's just so much better. Like when you're your face, yeah, they can see that you're the guy, right, that's making this agency, and you're the guy that has the account blown up, right? Um, like it's just so much better. So yeah,
It's
I
also
can't
that
stress the importance of this.
right now, testimonials don't work. People have been faking testimonials. I think you know about this.
Exactly, yeah.
I think you know about this
Yeah.
story, but this kid reached out to this big CEO, and the CEO said something like that outreach message was like shit or something. So he said the outreach messages were bad, but then the kid went on Twitter and like blurred out the bad stuff, and it looked like the CEO was like, "Oh, the outreach message was amazing. I'll let you work for me."
Oh,
And then the
what the-
CEO saw the tweet and was like, and it literally exposed him. And then
Yeah, we fried him, didn't
exactly, it just fried him. Oh, it was embarrassing. But testimonials don't work because of that, not because of that, but because of people faking them.
I can imagine that. Like you got the tweet, yeah. You got the guy saying this is amazing, and then he just retweets it, and puts like a post, like with the actual message, saying, "No, this is shit."
Yeah, like, oof.
it was bad.
I think the guy deleted his account or the tweet, either way.
Shame, shame.
Imagine.
Shame on him.
He'd probably just quit entrepreneurship forever.
Bro went back to work at
Just
that 9
get
to
one.
5.
Oh dear.
Anyway, Saad, I asked Artem this, but what do your friends and your teachers think about like you doing this stuff, like making all this money and stuff?
I think he's frozen. Look how happy he looks.
Right, let me just message him.
Yo, oh, he's gone.
Did he just disappear? Oh my days.
But this guy
Okay.
despawned. What the
I'll
hell?
fill some in. So I haven't really said anything about this, but like this is just like general business advice. Like um don't worry about what service you're providing, worry about the markets and how you can analyze and study markets to see market trends and market cycles, because then you can build up a skill set of being able to analyze that, and then you can learn the skills that are related to it, and then you can basically work in any market and study any market and make money anywhere. So, like, if you actually want to make money online and you want to make it consistently and in like a consistent manner, learn how to study market cycles and learn the economics behind business, because a lot of people don't talk about this, but it's actually so important. Because let's say you run a short form content agency, and the short form content agency is going into a market cycle where there's so many people in there that the new agencies aren't getting the recognition they deserve, because there's so many bad agencies out there who are either scamming people or their services are poor.
Right,
So,
right.
do you want to say something?
Yeah, I actually want to say something. Like how you're talking about like some agencies are scamming. Honestly, I remember because obviously my friends know I'm what's it called? Like making an agency, right? My friend, yeah, I'm what's it called? He sends me in DMs, right? Instagram video link, and it's literally like a video, yeah, with like 20K likes, and it says, "I feel bad for everyone that got scammed with a short form agency." Like literally, he's going over like all these guys do, yeah. I feel bad for anyone, they overcharge you, they do this, do that, like, and I think a lot of people like understand, or like they think, yeah, like short form or content agencies, yeah, are like fucking evil, right? But obviously it's not like that. Like it depends on which agency, because yeah, sure we're making profit, right? Obviously, because how are we gonna run a business if we don't make profit? That's like a supermarket being non-profit, whatever. Like what was I even on about, right? So yeah, obviously we're gonna make some profit, but we guarantee the results that we give, right? Some people they overpromise but they underdeliver. And yeah, I remember like even 6 months ago, 7 months ago, I was editing for a guy. I was actually editing videos for him, and he was talking about how I was editing the videos where he was talking about how social media marketing agencies are scams. So yeah, like a lot of like rich people are getting like a misconception now
Exactly.
of the agencies, and that again why it's important to be popular online, why to have a big
Exactly.
presence. Because if you have a big presence, then naturally people will trust you. That's how the world works now.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, like look what most big companies do in advertising. They just get Ronaldo, Kim Kardashian, and then done. It's a successful
Yeah,
ad.
yeah.
Because people trust what famous people say. Their word is gold.
Exactly. It's like Emirates, doing the like Messi adverts, whatever.
Yeah. Saad, are you here with us?
Yeah, yeah.
All
He's
right.
bugging,
So
brother.
did you hear my question before?
Uh,
to
No,
you?
I don't think so.
Okay, so I asked, what do your like friends and teachers think about what you're doing right now, like making this money and
Like,
stuff like that?
first of all, my teachers don't know about this stuff, like what I'm doing. And like my friends, they just want me to teach them how to do the same stuff. And yeah, I don't, like to tell people about my business and all this stuff.
Right, keep
I
it
can
underground.
imagine that, yeah. He's sitting in class, right? And then the teacher's like, what are you doing with your life? You're literally wasting your life away. And this guy actually told me, yeah, he was like, bro, like I literally searched it up here. The Pakistan teachers' wages are like $400 a month. Now, obviously, that seems like a low for us, but that's like a decent amount for them. But that's crazy. This guy's making 10 times more than his teachers. And I could just imagine, yeah, teachers screaming at him for like doing something wrong. It's like, oh yeah, well, I'm making 10 times more money than you.
Yeah.
It's
I
crazy.
think once your teachers and stuff like that know, they treat you differently.
Therefore.
Yeah.
They probably will. Like, therefore, guaranteed, if Sad showed his teacher his bank account, it was over. It would be over.
Yeah. Exactly.
Teachers will start to become entrepreneurs
Yeah.
and quit their job.
How it works, man. Like people always do this thing. They'll doubt you at the start. When you're just starting out, they'll be like, "Oh, it's a waste of time, whatever." But then once you start seeing results, they're like, "Wait, teach me. I want to do this."
That's
Yeah,
exactly what
exactly.
happened with me.
Bro, I have a story. I have a story for you guys. Literally, that happened today. So imagine, I was driving with a bus here. We've got like the most. Okay, I can't say this, but we've got the most stupidest kid, right? In our school. Not like, okay, he's like, he's just like a weirdo, right? And so I was going gym today, and I see him right after school, and I was like, oh, come, just wait for me. Like, let's go home together. Like, no, I'm not trying to take in the bus by myself. It's boring. So I go with him, yeah, and then somehow the conversation going to the agency. I'm like, oh yeah, running an agency, pretty successful, running with a friend. And he straight away like, and I told him, yeah, I told him like, oh, I got Saad. Like I didn't say his name, I just got like some random Indian kid is helping me. And for some random Indian kid I've never seen in my life, we're making an agency together. And he's like, yo, drop me the DM for him, drop me the DM for him. Bro, I need to learn. Bro, just like, and literally like 2 months ago as well, he was mocking me for making an agency. So yeah, it's literally point proven right here. Yeah.
It's funny.
Exactly. But I'm not Indian though, I'm Pakistan.
No, yeah. I should have said that. My bad. Wrong ethnicity.
Yeah, I mean, so how does your like partnership work? Because there are a few people, at least that I know, that want to start like partnering with people, but they don't. There's like trust issues, like how do you trust him to send you money and like vice versa? Like,
I can't lie. So to be honest with you, same with me. I have trust issues. Like I don't trust anyone. But I mean, I've known Sad for like what 3 months now, and we've been talking like consistently. So obviously it works on like a cycle. Like we have like a whole system, like how we split the money, so everything's like transparent. And obviously like if something goes wrong, just like start working together, isn't it? Like the knowledge gained is the knowledge that we gain. Like it's it doesn't
the
cost
most
any money.
valuable.
Like it's unlimited. So yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, it's interesting. So what sort of, do you have any courses or books that you recommend for people that are trying to get into short form space? Maybe like YouTube videos?
Oh, yeah. I actually got a good thing. So I think I interrupted Sad by accident, but sorry.
No
So
problem.
there's definitely a couple YouTubers that I would suggest like watching. So this isn't specifically for short form content, but this is for like going viral, which is very important for short form content. So hold on, let me just pull up YouTube real quick. Give you a couple good guys. I'm searching up. So first person I'll definitely recommend for like if you're trying to like learn about the algorithm is a guy called Robert Benjamin. That guy clutches it up. Like literally talks about everything, all the algorithms. It's pretty like broad information, but You know, it does the job. Like if you're new, you know, it would be good. And then also another person I've literally only stumbled across like a couple of days ago. A guy on Instagram, Saad knows him. Devin Jaffo, I think his name is, right? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
something
yeah.
like that.
Yeah, we call him DJ, but he's like his videos are really good. Like number one for growth, and number two, he's a good example for like, you know, how to make your subtitles and everything like that. Like his videos are just so entertaining, and he's getting, you know, millions of views on his videos. So and yeah, you could just see that he's, you know, like running a pretty successful social media managing creative agency. So yeah, 100%. Is these two people. So Devin Jaffo and Robert Benjamin, two people I could completely suggest.
Right.
And
So
yeah, go on.
sorry for interrupting, but you study the algorithms, right? Like you understand how they work. Is that like a big piece of what you do?
I mean, I'm not like really like working, right, doing it. Like that's not really my job, but it is something I know. I guess you can call it, that's my hobby. That's my hobby right there. You can call that my hobby. Learning the algorithm. Yeah. So that's what I do. And yeah, I've been studying for like 3-4 years now. First was YouTube, then it was TikTok, now it's Instagram.
It's interesting. You study
Yeah,
separately.
yeah. And about me, the one thing that I would recommend, like it's a book, probably you know about it. It's called 100 Million Offers by Alex Moose. Like it's the best book if you want to
That's the
get in
book.
the
That's the
business
book right
space.
there.
And yeah, and even if you want to start a social media marketing agency or maybe any type of business, it literally tells you everything about, you know, creating offer and creating a grand slam offer and all the stuff. Yeah.
And yeah, the funny, bro, you don't even, like some people, yeah, they make the excuse here. Oh, I can't read the book because you know, it costs money and everything like that. Bro, you can literally find all the books for free online, PDFs. It's
Yeah,
literally all
exactly.
online for free. Like, okay, this is like again the cracked version of an app, right? You can get like a book, but it's so much easier. Okay, there we go, there it
Yeah.
is. Feasible
99p
tip,
on
but
Amazon. It's not a break in the bank.
it's not a break of the bank, but like, you know, some people are like, oh, you know, I'm too lazy to buy a book or whatever. Just find it online. It's so easy. What I do, for example, I have a Kindle. Hold on, where is it? So yeah, I got a Kindle, and I just get the PDF, convert it to like the Kindle file format, send it over, and I just get unlimited books. I can get every single book for free. Good strategy if anyone watching the podcast is down to do, like literally buy a Kindle. I bought this one used for like £10. It was so cheap. And yeah, just find the PDF of the book you want. Just search up Alex Hormozi 100 million offers free PDF download. And you'll find, you know, links. Just download one, convert it to like a Kindle format, send it over. Easy. Got the whole book.
Okay.
Well, I might start doing that, to be fair. To be fair, I've got so much stuff I need to catch up on, like books, courses, videos. It's like out hundreds of hours of stuff. It's mad. But you
Fair
just
enough.
need to know people and you'll get information. Like me and you, Andy, we bounce off each other. We give each other a lot of
Bro, I've seen you like
information.
5K worth of courses.
Exactly. Like it's just who you know, really. Like it really is your network is your net worth. Like it's very cliche, but like when you actually put it into practice, it's true, you know?
Yeah, that's why I think I told Cameron there's gonna be like what's it called, agency network, whatever private thing in London. But that we're gonna go to that, like if it's up.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of networking, guys, and yeah, it's gonna be pretty good.
So
And what another thing I really want to talk about is just like different forms of outreach. So for example, we've got a guy in our Discord server. By the way, we're gonna be launching a paid Discord server. Quick shameless plug. We're gonna be launching a Discord server where it's gonna be like £25, and it's gonna be literally gonna be agency network, right? But 10 times cheaper, right? And we're gonna be having pretty much the same information, if not more. So yeah, and we've got a guy in that Discord server right now, and what we recommended to him, so he's like outreaching to Twitch streamers, and he lives in America. So I was like, a creative way you could do outreach, yeah, is get like a bunch of, you know, cards, like, you know, what are they called, business cards, right? And then because America, yeah, they got all the, you know, nerds at TwitchCon, right? All the nerds go into the, you know, streamers, all of that. You go there, so much guys to network with. You can, like start up a conversation with anyone. Oh, here's my business card. If you're interested, you can work with us. We make this and that and this. And yeah, there we go. You got like 5 potential clients, like that will be actually interested. So yeah, just like a lot of like, you can go out, be creative with it. It doesn't have to like stick to the phone, stick to the device. Just like networking is another way you can actually like, makes a lot of good money. So yeah.
So I wanted to ask you too, like everyone says about the do's, like do this, do this, do that. But what about the don'ts? Like what shouldn't you do?
Wasn't like SMA.
Yeah, like short form agency. So give me some agency stuff and then some like lifestyle stuff.
Cool. So what you shouldn't do.
First of all, you shouldn't
Yeah.
send those, long ass paragraphs and all the stuff. People do, people just copy scripts
Okay.
and just send them.
Yeah,
And then
100%.
you should not copy it. Yeah, exactly. You should not copy anyone, and don't use the same sales call scripts and all the stuff, because once it is out, once like let's say Iman Ghazi, releases a free course, going over his scripts and all the stuff. Once it is released, everyone is using it. Everyone is using it. So that's the point. You should not. You should never use a script like and if you know about Thomas Burnett, everyone is using his cold call script and all the stuff. So you should avoid using someone's script. Yeah,
you
that's
just
the
be
first
creative. Like just stop being like, boring, whatever. Like, bro, it takes like 20 minutes to think of a like decent script. Yeah, and definitely like make it shorter rather than longer. Because I get like guys, yeah, DMing me for like an editor, right? They're looking to edit for me, right? And I just see the most ridiculous paragraphs, bro. I see some guy like making a script this long. Like I'm reading it. I read like 22 lines. I can't be asked to read it no more. I just decline his request. Fuck him. You're not editing for me. Yeah, definitely just make it nice and short and sweet. Spend some time and thought. Like what I do is I write it down. Then like maybe even ask someone, be like, okay, is this a good script? Recommend it, add some changes, and then until it's perfect, just keep adding revisions to it until it's perfect. And yeah, then you can craft like a completely, irresistible, nice DM that gets a good reply rate.
Exactly. And one thing you should do is that you should provide value upfront, because you can't go and just say we can create X amount of short from X amount of X amount of pieces or short form content for you and all the stuff. You just need to provide value first. So maybe you can
Just cutting again.
provide a VSL. Maybe you can provide some sort of free value about their content and all.
Yeah, fair enough, man. So you need to be. I actually want to touch up on that free value, bro. I can't stress how important this is. Like, think of it as a trade. Think about you and your client as a trade. So like, like let's say you offer them free value, right? Then because it's a trade, right? They need to offer you something back, and then it's the same way. So like, if they're like offering you to spend their time to hop on call with you, right? So they offered you that trade, right? You need to trade something back. You need to be like, okay, before you hop on call, let me give you this, and that. Or say, okay, I'm gonna drop you some free value in the call that goes over like, what you can do to improve your videos. That's what I do with all my calls. Like when I was working with my agency alone, what I'll do is I would say, by the way, I've got a call. I can like, they'll tell me what they want to do with their business. And then I'll tell them I can actually help you with this. Don't worry though. I won't like make you waste your time. If you're not interested, I'll still drop some free value. And that's what gets them like, interested.
Yeah, it's the reciprocity effect, If you give them something, they're like, fuck, I gotta give this guy at least like 20 minutes of my time.
Flipping trade.
What about lifestyle? Because lifestyle affects your business life,
I mean, we're kind of young to be talking about this. I mean, like, our lifestyle isn't that great, obviously, right now. I'm obviously trying to educate myself with money as much as possible right now, so that when I'm older, I don't make stupid decisions. I'm watching like some crazy Netflix documentaries right now, and it's like talking about how like, bro, okay, no one's in America here. Americans are like, some Americans are fucking stupid. Like they get hundreds and thousands of dollars in their credit card debt. You know, student loans, you know, mortgages, everything like that. And it's just crazy, like, to be falling into that rabbit hole. Because let's be honest, yeah, when you have like 300, 400K in credit card debt, right? You're a slave. You're a slave for the rest of your life. You're going to be paying that off for you know, however long you want, unless you obviously start a business and everything like that. But that's obviously going to take away a lot from your initial funding. So, and a lot of people obviously like don't start their business, so they're going to be a slave for the rest of their life. They're going to be working, yeah, to pay off that fucking debt until they die. That's just crazy.
Yeah, debt is a double-edged sword. You can either, because there is ways to use debt for,
Yeah, 100%, 100%. I agree with that as well.
Like-
Yeah, that is definitely something that, you know, it could be
it can
good.
be a tool.
It's it obviously acts on your psychology. You know, because obviously I have a lot of debt. I need to work my ass off to pay off that debt. But at the same time, like, it depends on how much you have. Because if you have like a crazy amount, you're not gonna pay that off. You get me? Like, obviously you can work, and if you have that entrepreneurial mindset, right, you can be like, okay, let me start a killer business to pay off my debt, just start living free for the rest of my life. Or obviously if you have like, let's say, I don't know, 100K in debt, that's obviously a psychology as well. Like, okay, I have this debt, let me just work my ass off until I can pay that off. So yeah.
Yeah, people, normal people don't know this, like day-to-day people, but big companies, they're all in debt. Every single one of them. Like Apple is in billions of debt. Everyone's in debt to someone, but it's how you use it. Like people who invest, to investors, it's actually a red flag if a business doesn't have that much debt. To them, it's like, wait, what's going on? Like it's weird.
Fair enough, man. Yeah.
Exactly. Like if you have read Rich Dad Poor Dad, the author is Robert Kiyosaki. He tells like how you can leverage that debt. Like it obviously depends if you use that debt for something else. Maybe you buy a, you know, just for showing off designer clothes with that, you know, and you go in debt, and that's the thing. And here's the book I also recommend all of you guys who's watching who is watching this podcast read. You must read top 2, I think, best books I read in my life.
Wait, can you repeat that, please? Which books?
100 Million Offers, and
Yep.
then Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert
Rich
Kiyosaki.
Dad Poor Dad. That's a good one. Yeah. It's a short book. It's a really short book. So it's a short book, but it's a good book. I agree. So like, I think it more appeals to like beginners, right? So if you don't know anything, if you're clueless about money, right, Rich Dad Poor Dad is definitely the book that you should be reading. So yeah, 100% recommend Rich Dad Poor Dad. Another book, yeah, I completely recommend is Unscripted by MJ DeMarco. I don't know if you guys heard of MJ DeMarco, the author. He made the Millionaire Fastlane. That's how I heard of. Oh, amazing entrepreneur. This guy's like, basically just gets you into that mindset, and he goes over like principles that you like must have for your business. It's an amazing book, like must read. Unscripted by MJ DeMarco. If you're starting a business, 100% read that. It goes over all the frameworks that you need to start a business. It applies to like any you know, type of business, but it's really good. Like if you're, you know, starting a business, or if you already have a business, 100% MJ DeMarco, Unscripted, or Millionaire Fastlane. A very popular book, #1 bestseller in lots of countries. Yeah, 100% recommend that.
Cameron, I think you know about reality transurfing, right? That's a crazy book.
That's a very good book.
What's that about?
It's about mindset, some deep mindset stuff.
Ooh. Hold on, what's the name?
You can get it as a free audio book on YouTube.
Fuck that, I'll get a PDF for free. What's the name?
Reality transurfing. Yeah.
Reality what?
I'll type in the chat.
Cool.
It's a crazy mindset book about pendulums and oof. If I explain it to you, you won't really understand what I'm talking about. Like pendulums and this crazy shit.
Fair enough. Hold on. Reality
like-
transurfing. Okay.
It's like how you can use energy to attract wealth. It's some really deep stuff.
It's
Energy to attract what?
Wealth.
Oh fuck.
it sounds okay.
It's
It sounds
crazy.
like the weird astrology that like girls do, but
That's what I'm thinking of.
I promise you it's not.
Okay. I mean, you guys are recommending this like it's some flipping crazy dungeon quest side quest book. So
It's some mindset stuff. It's a bit
I'll
weird.
check it out. Check it out. Seems interesting.
Definitely read it. It'll open up your mind to some stuff because you read it and you'll be like, the fuck? But then when you go about your day-to-day life, you'll everything will start clicking.
Okay, cool. I'll check it out. And then some books I'm trying to get into reading. Hold on, let me pull up my Kindle. A book I'm trying to get to reading is it's called Why We Sleep. It's just like I don't know, it sounds interesting. Why is my Kindle not turning on? Okay. That's one. And then what am I reading right now? Never Finished by David Goggins. That's one that a lot of guys recommend. 100% never finished. What's going on with everyone?
It's good, bro. Let's keep going.
Okay,
think
yeah. So
Smart froze.
this guy's always freezing, man. I'm telling you, when we have meetings, oh my god, when we have meetings, I have to carry all the meetings because he's always going. Yeah. So today our offer is So yeah, Never Finished by David Goggins, 100%. A lot of people recommend this. It's like a mindset book. It's like it's not even a self-improvement book. It's more of a like that's actually what he says is it's a what the fuck are you doing with your life book. That's what that quote unquote. That's what he says. Yeah. So this is the classic how to win friends and influence people.
Yeah,
Everyone knows that. Atomic Habits, 100%. If you're like a beginner to self-improvement, all of that. Atomic Habits, amazing book. Like I go onto my day-to-day life thinking about that book. Literally, like I'll be doing something and I'll be like, oh yeah, I got that from Atomic Habits. 100% Atomic Habits. What do we got here? Bible, Quran. Wait. Let's keep going.
I'm gonna jump in while you're saying some Artem. I think before you think about starting a business, you've got to learn like the general principles of a business.
100%, yeah.
The skills, market cycles, the deep levels, but not the deep levels behind it straight away, but like the base level economics, and then like obviously self-improvement. Because I think for me, I was on the journey of self-improvement before I even started a business. Like
Yeah.
3-4 months before I was like hitting the gym 5 times a week. I had GCSEs, and after school instead of revising, I'd go to the gym, and I still did well because I knew I'd rather improve myself than focus on GCSEs. Like I passed everything, and like
What
I
grades
passed
did you
well.
get? What grades did you get?
It's like I think the lowest I got was a 5, and it was like between 5 and a grade 7.
It's pretty good.
So like I knew I wouldn't fail anything, so I was just like, well, it doesn't really bother me. So like why would I put my energy into it when I can spend energy working on something which is going to make me more money and more freedom? Like
Right. I'm
you know what I mean?
getting yeah, cool, right. So I'm getting really low grades right now. I'm getting right now, yeah, it's looking a bit shameful. Because right now I'm still revising, but in the mocks because this guy's closing his eyes. So I got grade 3s, honestly, in my last exam. It's not good.
Please.
It's not
Yeah.
looking good with.
I obviously because I wasn't focusing on school at all. Right now, like literally in front of me, I'm revising maths. So yeah, I'm doing some maths. I made some flashcards for science. Let's hope I clutch it up for the GCSEs, isn't it?
Yeah, I
Get
mean,
that trigonometry in.
Cool, bro.
you wanna, how to say this? You wanna absorb a little bit of information before going in, because right now for me, I don't know if you guys had this problem, but right now I need to deliver on my results, land new clients, deal with school, and consume like all the information. Like I have 8 books on my table and only like 4 of them have been read.
Same thing with me, bro. Honestly, yeah, having to balance school, gym, business, fucking reading, you know, everything. And the best way I found out to deal with that is just I don't have any breaks. Like I literally just work 100% of my day. And that's how I can actually clutch up everything. Like when I'm working 100% of my day, that's when I'm able to work on business. I'm able to consume information, gym, everything. And 100% like sometimes it's better to sacrifice sleep in order to, you know, when you're older, when you're like 20, 21, 22, then like when that's when you like financially free, all of that, then you can rest. Right now, your goal is to work. Right now, your goal is to become like, you know, financially free, become literally like, you know, someone that so like your mom is proud of you, like your parents are proud of you, all of that. There's no fucking time for rest right now. There's no fucking time for rest if you're like, you know, around my age, you know, like if you're teens or anything like that, like early adulthood. Yeah, you just need to be fucking
that's
working
right.
all the time.
Saad, I never asked you this, but what does a day in the life of Saad look like?
Oh, well, this podcast is a disaster.
It's not usually like this.
Yeah, guys, subscribe, like the podcast. You already know all of that on Spotify, Apple Music, all of the platforms. Are we not technologically advanced for the platforms? Yeah, it's come, it'll come.
Soon.
It will come. What's going on?
While everyone comes back from the deep blue void, I wanted to ask you, like, what are your future plans? Like, what do you see for the next 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, forever, whatever, you know? Just like,
So obviously as short form agency is going to become saturated in a couple months. That's no doubt, 100%. After that, I don't even know. I might start. Maybe I might like expand and make more of a creative agency rather than like focusing on short form content. It could be SAS, SAS, or whatever it's called. I haven't done a lot of research onto it, but you know, it seems pretty profitable. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, every single day, you know, something's new. I'm thinking of something new. So right now, I'm just focusing on the present rather than the future. Once short form agencies die out, that's when I'm gonna start focusing on what to do next. And yeah, obviously.
sorry to interrupt you, but I know with like SMMA, right now, if you were to get into SMMA, you would be killed. You would have no clients, you know, you'd be
100%.
wasting your time. But I know dudes who do SMMA that are killing it. They're making like 10K a month
Yeah,
from SMMA because they're at the top of the game before everyone flooded in.
right. So I think SMMA, right, is 100%, yeah. Who's willing to work harder than someone else? That's actually it, because you've got other businesses like I can't really name any, but listen, if you're like working more than someone else on your SMMA, yeah, then you're not gonna get killed, right? If you're educating yourself 24/7, finding out information, doing the research, you know, finding communities, you're not gonna get killed. You're gonna be doing like pretty good money. And I actually don't know where this like misconception comes from. Like, it really just like depends, because how can I form this? Like, if you have the right tools, if you have the right education, then you're not going to get killed in your agency. That's why maybe, I don't know, like, Saad, what do you think of this? Like, what do you think of like joining a course for beginners in SMMA?
Yeah, like if you have the capital, you can invest in a course or maybe
100, like, do you think it's a good
mentorship.
investment? Don't lie. It's a good investment.
You have to invest in
Like,
yourself.
yeah, you are investing in yourself, but you can get all these videos for free. Like, you just need the knowledge, and you can get the knowledge for free on YouTube. Like, I haven't, joined any course since I started my SMMA, and I'm at 3 plans at the moment, 3.5K. So I don't think you really need, paid course and all that stuff.
W. That's a W from Saad right there.
Right. So while you're here, Saad, I wanted to ask you, what does a day in the life look like? What do you do day to day?
it's the same. Wake up, go to school, come from school, and I sleep 2 hours after I come from school, and then work on the business till like 1 a.m. and then some homework for 30 minutes, and then I just sleep and go back to school again. That's it.
Yeah, bro. How the fuck are you surviving on 3 hours of sleep every single day?
Bro, sleep is for brookies.
Damn, Harif would have been proud of that one. Or third guy who's in exams right now. May God rest his soul. He's not dead. He's in exams. Just to clarify. So my question, no, not my question. My schedule is actually a lot different than that. So Wednesdays, I copied Jacob's advice from last episode. On Wednesdays, I actually do nothing but absorb information.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Read, catch up on courses. I have hella courses. I get some of them for free, some of them I paid. Just where you find them, network gives you some.
Just like, sometimes I'm just scrolling through the internet and randomly, like, a course just appears. Like, let's say, like Iman Ghazi's course, I was just randomly like sticking through the internet. I just saw the course in it. I'm just like, yeah.
It was just there taking. So
it
yeah.
just came.
So on Wednesdays, I do nothing but absorb information. And then on the weekends, I do work on the weekends, but I also try and plan something fun because you need to get out of that cycle. You need
100%.
You need to actually live a life, because it gets to a point where if you work so much and then you get hit by a bus the next day, you work for nothing. You did all that for nothing.
Exactly, bro. Like, I remember even like a couple months ago, I was working, doing nothing, like literally nothing but work. And bro, my social life was gone. I couldn't even speak to people properly. Like, I was not confident. My charisma went away. Everything went away. I went to the flipping gym. Yeah, some guy come up. I'm scared to say, oh, how much sets you got left? But yeah, like, obviously, just again, just need to, like, you definitely need to find a balance between work and like your social life, not like actual life, like relaxing or whatever. Like, I treat, going out with friends as a job.
Like, literally go outside.
Yeah.
People forget to do that because I thought about this a couple months ago. I was like, I really like being outside, but you can't really do anything outside. Like, you can't be productive outside. So I was like, it's because I used to be super guilty if I wasn't working. I'd be like, I could be sending outreaches right now. Like,
it's what happens to me. Yeah.
I've got to shoot in a sec, guys, but I've got a match. But like I want to add on this before I leave. Basically, for me, I was working that hard that I drove myself into like a bad phase. And the only way I've got out of that is by actually enjoying my life and seeing my friends and actually enjoying what I'm doing. And from that, it's made me more money because I've learned to kind of train my subconscious to bring money in and bring wealth in and bring happiness. So when that energy is coming to you, you'll receive it. And instead of having this negative energy where it's like, I'm not gonna, if I don't work, I'm not gonna make money. If you don't work, you won't make money, But if you think I can enjoy my life and still make money, then you'll enjoy your life and still make money, Yeah, ignore that. But anyways, I've got to shoot. So it's been a pleasure being on the podcast with you. I'll look forward to being on here next week, Andy. And I'll see you soon.
I love, bro.
Take care.
Bye.
All right. So finishing up, because it's been an hour or so, I think.
51 minutes.
51 minutes. All right. Perfect. We can finish in an hour. So I already asked you this, Artom, but Saad, what do you see for yourself in the future? Like, what do you plan on doing?
Yeah, so social media marketing agency, like all that online business stuff. Now it's just to make some money and then invest in stuff and maybe real estate and maybe stocks, crypto, and then automate the full business. Short from one agency and social media marketing agency is not the main business model. You have to switch. You have to switch it up because I think personally, like, it can be replaceable by artificial intelligence, like all the short form stuff. But obviously, if you want to scale your agency and do all the stuff like reach 100K per month and get some huge profit margins, you need to provide actual value. Like you should be able to make your clients money. So that's the main goal of any type of agency. You need to make your clients money. Like I think I was debating with Artem about this thing that you need to actually be able to generate your clients money or maybe some sort of sale, so that the recurring revenue. So that's the thing. And in future, like as I said, social media marketing agency is just the entry thing. I'll look up on some other things, and yeah, that's it.
Yeah. So that's what Saad was thinking as well. Like we're trying to for moving forward with our agency, what we're trying to do is we're trying to eliminate the risk completely. That's what Saad was on about. So Saad was like thinking about, and that's what we were debating about. We're trying to remove literally all the risk, right, from the client. And we're also kind of trying to brainstorm on what we're gonna do for that. So yeah.
Right. I think in business or in agencies at least, there's always like getting started. I think scaling is infinitely harder than getting started. Because
I mean, depends. I would say it's pretty much the same because
kind of
scaling, right? It's all broken down into the simple thing of because what I personally think of scaling is automating. When you're automating, right, you're scaling. So I mean, it just kind of depends. Like let's say, pretty much automating. The more people you have working for you, the more you're gonna grow. It's a simple formula. The more, like, let's say right now, we have like about 8 appointment setters working for us, right? The more appointment setters you have, the more they can book clients, the more money we're gonna get. Simple step formula. So
yeah, exactly. You can get clients, like you can sign a client, but if you not provide the value, your service is not beneficial to them. Like you're just creating content and granting them X amount of views. They might leave you the next month. So that's the thing. You need to provide the value and actually be able to generate them money, because everyone does not want views and all that. What we say, social status and a big audience. Like people are here to generate money. So that's the thing.
I'd argue with that, but that's the conversation outside the podcast.
Go on.
It's a conversation outside the podcast.
I don't know, because it depends on the space, right? So my main issue right now is I'm in the marketing space, like direct response. So for service delivery, no one else can do service delivery but me. So I can't just go and hire like some random appointment setter. I need to find an actual guy like Cameron to like partner up with and then split the work 50, like someone I know, someone I trust to do that. But I can give a VA, for example, like the outreach to do, like you do it for me. And I did hire a VA and the dude pissed me off so much. It's not that, like, he was a nice guy, but he would just be like inconsistent. And then the people that he'd be outreaching to, I gave him like a guide, I gave him a full like checklist, he must have this, and this. Fucking ignore the checklist. Didn't even care. Like he just tried to.
And you were paying him like per hour or something like that.
Yeah, I paid him per hour. I think that was my
and he wasn't following your that's rude. That's rude.
What the hell? He would just do it to get it done. He wouldn't do it to actually get many clients. And I gave him, I tried to be nice. I gave him an incentive. I was like, okay, I will give you fucking commission on the client I get on like the first deal. And I try to do like high ticket, you know. My first deal is usually 1K or something like that, if it's not on commission based.
Yeah.
And to someone in Pakistan, like you said, when they make 400 USD, you know, from one deal, he could have made like, you know, 100, 200. Like I was willing to give him a decent chunk, like 20%.
Yeah, it just really depends on the kind of VA you're hiring. Because right now, yeah, what we've been doing this for the past couple of days. I've been doing nothing but messaging like people to do appointment setting for. It's a really, really good strategy. What I did, yeah, I go to Discord servers, right? I post it there. I'd be like looking for appointment setters, and I make it very easy to understand. So even the people, yeah, they just see, oh, I can make some money from this. And then we go onto Discord, I message them, I get them into the Discord server, and we pay them at a commission basis. And then you know, it just really depends on how much they work. Because let's say they work and they close a client and they get the commission, they're going to be motivated to close another one. So that's like you know, a pretty, you know, long-term appointment setter right there. And yeah, it's really just a lot of trial and error to find those guys. Right now, like out of the 8 people, we've got about like 2 people that are like really committed to it. Like some people, you know, they'll be sending like the 30 DMs, you know, a day. Like, okay, it's still decent, but we've got the other guys going for like 200 DMs a day, you know, something like that. They're going for 100, 200 DMs. Some guy even told me today that he would do 500 DMs for me. That's probably bullshit, but yeah, it's just a lot of trial and error. It's really painstaking. Just going through like hundreds of people trying to find those, like, you know, 5% of people that can actually do it for you.
Are you familiar with the wealth dynamics test?
Wealth dynamics test.
I'll link it to you. It's another like woo crazy shit, but basically it's this test that you take, and it will tell you what you're good at. So it's like mechanic. They do this outreach shit, and then it's like traders. You'll see it. I'll send it you. And on the test, I knew this before, but basically, mine is star. So, and in the description, it's like they don't like doing repetitive shit, and it's so bad. I hate outreach. I hate it. I could never do 500 DNs in my life because I hate outreach. I'll do it because I have to, but I hate it. And
yeah, like I think it's same with everyone. You know,
and no one likes outreach. Though. Yeah, fuck outreach.
Yeah.
It's not because you know Cameron.
Yeah, Cameron.
Cameron will do like 200 DMs a day because he's a mechanic.
It's probably discipline. I can't lie. Because even when I was editing, right? When I was editing for people, I'm a pretty good editor. I was editing for people, but after some time, it got very boring, and I was using my discipline, even though I loved it. You know, it's another thing I'll talk about, like, you know, but even though I loved it, right? I did what I loved, right? After some time, it got so repetitive, I got sick of it, right? So yeah, like even now, sometimes I would edit for like, you know, once a month. I'll make like a montage or something like that, some edit, and then you know, I'll just get bored of it and I'll just move on to something else, even though I was doing that daily before. So yeah, that's why that's another thing I want to talk about. Common misconception said in school is do what you love. I'm not gonna lie, do what you love, like, it's bullshit.
Yeah, exactly.
Like follow your dreams, do what you love. Like, okay, follow your dreams. We're not gonna talk about that, but do what you love. Shut up.
I think you should love the journey, because I could.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it's talked about. Sorry for interrupting you. But yeah, love the journey, not the job.
Not the word. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like you are here to make money, and you can do anything to make money. Even like I think Andrew Tate said that there's a guy in China, you know, selling concrete and making money off it. Like, what do you think? Like selling concrete is his passion? Like, obviously not. He's just doing to make money. So that's the thing.
Yeah, I got this from someone who's he's this like big OnlyFans manager, like agency owner, and he was like, it doesn't matter what I'm doing. If this is making me money, I'll do this. If cutting grass is making me money, you'll see me at 6 a.m. cutting grass, because he doesn't care like what it is. Just as long as it's money, as long as it's getting him what he wants, it's done.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. OnlyFans, yeah, obviously Saad can't do it because it's haram for him, yeah. But like OnlyFans agency is not even that bad of an idea. Like you don't even need to like, see the girls or anything like that. You could literally just if you have like a little bit of money to invest, right? Hire people to do everything for you. Done. Got a successful OnlyFans agency. Obviously, there's some management to it. Obviously, it's not that easy. Obviously, there's a lot of things you need to do.
It's nuanced, but the space is really saturated now as well.
Is
I've
it?
spoken to some guys in it.
Obviously, I don't know, but
I'm familiar with it. I've spoken to some guys with it, and the space is getting saturated because everyone's heard like, oh shit, you can do OnlyFans management and make like
yeah,
true. So then like all these people just flooded the space, and then now apparently if you like reach out to a model, she won't even reply because she gets them all the time. It's just like fuck you.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Let's talk about OnlyFans. Fuck OnlyFans. If you're a man and you're giving money, yeah, to some woman on a screen, right, that's never met you in your life, that only cares about you for the money, right? You're stupid. I don't care. Like OnlyFans is it's a smart idea for the people for the creators, for the models, for the sexy girls, right? But not for the guys. Like you have to be on a different level of sad to be investing into a girl.
That's what it is though. Like people are lonely. That's why they're on there. They're lonely. They need a friend, because what's happened is boys now they kind of, well, not boys, like young men or just older men, they struggle to get wives, they struggle to get girlfriends. So this is like their only option. It's their backup.
Swear down, bro. If you're not a man, if you're investing into OnlyFans, you're not a man, you're a boy. You're a boy, bro.
All right.
Yo, Lucas, do you think that making money from OnlyFans is a good thing? What do you think?
Making money from OnlyFans isn't a bad thing, right? But being the guy who's giving money to the OnlyFans is a bad thing.
No, in that sort of thing that you are making the model, I don't know, the creator, you are making her, money. Like you are
yeah. If you're a chatter for them, because that's what management is, you're meant to speak to the guys paying money on behalf of them. So you're meant to act like the girl. Yeah, that's OnlyFans management.
Oh my god.
You are just making them make money. Yeah, that's the thing. You're just making them, you're just helping them make the money. That's the thing.
But OnlyFans management, I think, is more for like atheists because like Muslims can't get into the space. Christian people don't like to get into the space. If you can see,
Yeah,
I don't like to.
I mean, I'm Christian as well.
The space.
But probably I'll never get into like OnlyFans shit like that. Obviously.
Yeah.
Because it's saturated. Joking. But that's
it is a if you don't care about how to say, if you just don't care about like religion or how you make your money, then it's probably one of the best ways to do it if you know someone who already has an agency, to stick onto their agency. Starting your own won't work, but if you know someone who has one, they're like a successful one, and you can learn from them, it's probably the easiest way to make money right now. Probably. Apart from being a girl doing it. That's
so sad. That's so sad. You're a man paying to see a girl, right, post her pictures, and then when you try to talk to her, you're talking to some guy running a fucking agency making money off you. Oh.
Yeah.
And they don't know. A lot of them don't know, which is weird. You'd think they would know. Because imagine you're texting like one of these OnlyFans girls that have like, I don't know, like 80K fans or whatever. How is she going to speak to you and 80,000 other people?
Fucking subscribed, exactly. Oh, so done. And then imagine I was on some Discord server as well, right? You go into the Discord server, and then there'll be like like some picture of a sexy girl. It'd be like, and some guy would be like, name? What's her name? What's her name on OnlyFans? Bro, shut up. The fuck? You're spending your monthly income on a girl, right? That doesn't even care about you. Bro, if anything, you can find that on free on flipping PH. Ah.
Yeah, exactly.
Astaghfirullah.
Astaghfirullah, astaghfirullah. Haram.
Haram, man. Ah.
Yeah, it's crazy. These different ways to make money. I mean, there's people hustling on like Discord, like selling shit in DMs.
Yeah. I remember I was on so like 2 months ago, I was on Hamza's Discord server, yeah. And then some girl was in the chat, yeah. You go into the description, selling pictures, $15. So down. I think let's be honest, guys probably buy that as well.
Yeah, I mean, especially Americans, they're reckless for money.
Fucking hell. Yeah, like obviously, if you're in a Western country, probably. Like that's another thing, yeah. Your network is definitely your net worth. Like for example, my network right now, because obviously I'm young, I don't have too much people to network with. The person I've learned from is my mom. I'm very lucky to have a fucking mom that's like, pretty wise about all of these things, and she was able to push her ideology onto me, right? Because and yeah, like just all her everything, like her ideas about money is pretty much like I've taken it. Like all of this work hard, everything like that. Some parents don't even want their kids to work hard, which is I think is crazy. But yeah, my mom was always like, strict about that. Like, oh, you can't be playing games, all of this. Obviously I didn't listen to her. I listened to Hamza, but yeah.
All right, guys. Any closing thoughts before we wrap up?
Closing thoughts. No, it's been good having you. This went out of context very fast, but
Yeah, same.
yeah, it's been a pleasure to meet you, bro.
Plug your socials real quick so the people know where to find you.
Yeah, so link in the description. You got my Instagram, Mortra. I'm not posting any content right now, but content will probably be posting out. Follow my outreaching accounts. Actually, you don't need to do that. I'm not plugging anything like that. No, nothing.
Really?
Yeah. And for me, just follow me on Instagram, saadand.cxc. You will find the link in the description and maybe the username too.
I have millions of followers anyways. I don't need some fucking, couple of followers. I'm good. I'm a very popular guy anyways. So yeah.
Yeah.
All right. It's been a pleasure having you two. And we could do a part 2 in a couple months. See how you've progressed. See what's changed.
Sure.
Sure, bro. All right.